Hi, welcome to LawWiser on episode 3 of How to Think Future. Today we have with us Mr. Pawan Singhal, Chief Legal Officer of Ather Energy, and Kartik Ganapathy, Partner IndusLaw. We will be discussing the fundraising in the EV sector, the electric vehicle segment. So if you could, throw us some light on how crucial is fundraising for the EV sector.
Look at any business. The lifeline of the business is the ability to deploy capital on factors of production to create a product. So inevitably, each business runs on three main factors: capital, people, and raw materials which create a product. In a business like the EV sector, where, like Pawan has mentioned in sort of his comments, the EV sector requires a significant amount of investment because of the long time that it takes for you to research a product, develop a product, build a supply chain, and then bring that product to market. So fundraising is one of the crucial aspects of building a company in the EV space.
The kind of research and development activity you have to do in terms of building new technologies, building new product designs, building new value engineering, what you bring into the EV product. And there is no established market for EV products. So you have to create something on your own. So there is a lot of trial and error also, which also goes into the whole process. And when you come out with a product over a period of time, the acceptance of that product in the market, the customer experience, the way it is seen by the competition or the leading players in the market, everything plays a very important role. And for doing all this, you need the best of talent. You need to retain that talent. You need to invest a lot in research and development. And for that, you need funding. So fundraising is a continuous exercise. It's never going to stop.
When you look at the EV space as well, right? Unlike a regular automobile, where you can literally do the mechanical engineering, bring the automobile to the road, and you're sort of assured that the government and other players have already set up your fuel pumps and your infrastructure to get fuel. That's not the thing that's not the same thing in the electric space. So in addition to sort of doing the research and development to get the product out there, which involves not only the mechanical part of it, but the electrical and also the technological part of it, because all of these products are very high on technology. You also have to spend a considerable amount of time and probably resources building a charging infrastructure, building a charging network, getting people away from sort of the anxiety that they have about either range or, their vehicles running out of charge. And that only adds to the complexity of EVs. So I think, EVs have those additional aspects to it that traditional automobiles don't have, which is what makes the sector, what I would think, very exciting. And, just from a legal point of view, a very challenging place as well to do some work.
Absolutely. And another important factor is that the leading players available in the market today are primarily focused on the ICE products. Right, they're not focused on the EV products. So EV, they don't want to touch that category either, because from a business and economic perspective, it doesn't make sense for them to make that switch, because that's a large market which they are already dominant in, and they don't want to. So they generally, if you think, they generally don't support EV evolution in a big way. Yes, there is a government push. They have to do it. They are doing it, but they're not very keen to do it. And that is where you see not too many new technologies in the EV space coming from established players. Yes, EV is a completely different segment, which calls for different, a new set of infrastructure, charging infrastructure, public infrastructure, private charging pods, etc., etc. And that is another area where, like a lot of initiatives from the government side, a lot of partnership between the government and the private sector is relevant, because no one single player or a couple of set of players can create that kind of an infrastructure if you really want to make EV successful in the country.